Now Allah states, continuing in this narrative, "Ah, how terrible was my penalty and my warning. For we sent against them," meaning the Thamud, "a single mighty blast, and they became like the dry stubble used by one who pens cattle." Now, this is an interesting statement regarding the fate of Thamud. What is a penalty? A penalty is punishment imposed or incurred for a violation of law, rule, or obligation. Now, my work has been to explain to you through the Holy Quran and Bible and through the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the identity, the destined function of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan today as the Messiah and as the imminent Christ. That's my assignment to the world. Specifically, so if you disregard what I'm saying and warning you, then you're in violation. And the penalty from Allah is yours. Now, Allah's penalty and his warning were both terrible, meaning that the Prophet Salih's warning to the Thamud included a severe and terrible chastisement that served as a sign of Allah's impending catastrophic wrath for hamstringing his she-camel. Well, what will make the diabolical leaders who control the U.S. government listen to Allah's warning coming through me? That is my warning of that horrific day the United States will meet when these satanic leaders attempt to hamstring, meaning arrest and kill, the Messiah, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Is the pursuit of this wickedness more consequential to the fate of the United States and the world than anything occurring in the world of politics, including Joseph Biden's selection of a black woman as his running mate for the office of the U.S. presidency? Well, Joseph Biden is from Delaware, and I happen to live in Delaware. I'm speaking to you from my home in Delaware, where I've been for the last 30 plus years, close to that. Joseph Biden is hoping to gain the powerful office of the U.S. presidency, but I am sent from the Supreme Being who has power over the universe and who has granted me authority. Well, what authority is that? Well, in the Gospels, John the Baptist is called the prophet of the highest. And again, what I have been prophesying about to you regarding the Honorable Louis Farrakhan in his predestined and destined place. It's prophecy. And what will happen when you go to that thing in your mind to kill him. Warning and prophecy, same thing. So are the leaders of this nation and other nations listening to Karriem Allah in my teaching and representation of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan as the Christ, destined to return from the great mother plane to complete the destruction or the divine judgment of this world? Now, have black people listened to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, or have they treated him as an entertainer, which the prophecies say that we will do and have done? We treat him as someone who sings love songs with a beautiful voice, according to Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel. Well, one part of my assignment is ending, while another part is beginning. This part that is beginning arises out of the next phase of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan's work, which I already explained to you what that is, which he has entered. And this is described in the Holy Quran, where it states, "They reject the warning and follow their own lusts, but every matter has its appointed time. There have already come to them such tidings," meaning divine warnings, "as contain a deterrent, wisdom far-reaching, but the preaching of warners profit them not. Therefore, O prophet, turn away from them and wait for the day that the caller will call them to a terrible affair. They will come forth, their eyes humbled, from their graves, torpid, like locusts scattered abroad, hastening with eyes transfixed towards the caller. Hard is this day, the unbelievers will say." Well, this caller is Allah. And I have asked and am asking Allah, the Supreme Being, to give this nation, the United States, an enormous sample of the tremendous wrath they will face by pursuing the arrest and death of the Messiah, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, so that everyone will get a sense of the unbearable magnitude of the destruction that awaits this nation for pursuing that course. Now, to the so-called weather scientists, you can continue to represent this divinely calculated destruction as you have been, Mother Nature or some other thing. But eventually everyone will agree that supreme human beings control the earth. The question is, how high will this destruction mount before you come to terms with this reality?